Hello and welcome to another beautiful day in Paris. Today is Wednesday, it's midweek for me at university and I've been starting my courses and all of my modules and I've really enjoyed it so far. The course that I've enjoyed the most is probably History of Gardens and Urban Green Spaces, because anyone who knows me knows that I love gardens and one of my passions is just visiting gardens all around England. And if you see my feed on Instagram, a lot of it is just pictures of gardens, so I'm really enjoying that one. And yeah, it's been a bit chaotic getting my timetable in the first place, because during the first week when I started university, the week had started, I was supposed to be going to my lectures, but I still hadn't received my timetable. We had this online website login thing where we were supposed to have all the modules pop up that we had gotten a place into, but they just didn't pop up. And when we emailed questioning why that hadn't happened, we were just told that it was up to the teacher to update the page, and if they hadn't done it then we wouldn't know until they chose to do so. So it was just a matter of waiting, and it really stressed me out because I get anxiety with that sort of thing if I don't know my plan and what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be, and I feel stressed that I'm going to miss out on stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, so it was a bit difficult for me. But by Wednesday of the first week I knew all of my modules and what I was supposed to be doing, so yeah, third day in, I was alright. And yeah, it's nice. Everyone at the university is really lovely. I've met some nice people, and yeah, I'm starting to get into a routine, which is nice as well, because I haven't had a routine in quite a while since I finished my work placement in June, and then now it's October, so it's been a long time of just kind of drifting around. And obviously I've had an amazing time exploring different countries, and I've loved having the opportunity to live in Paris and just explore, so visit museums and get to know the area without the pressure of work. So now that I have work, I feel more comfortable living here. And yeah, like I said, I'm just looking forward to starting the actual university courses and getting into them and learning while I'm here, you know. I'm happy because so far in all of the lectures I've understood everything, because I was a bit nervous about the language barriers starting a university in France, but I understand everything, and the homework so far has been okay for me to do with the help of a dictionary. But yeah, I'm coping, so I'm proud of myself for that. And I did expect that it would be difficult at first, but I thought it would take longer to settle and get used to the language, but I'm alright already in the first week, so yeah, I'm happy. I've been using this really beautiful planner from Urban Outfitters, which has just lots of wildflowers on it, to keep myself organised, because I can't live without a planner because I have such a bad memory, so I need everything to be written down to make sure I don't forget anything. And today I have a heritage and change lecture, which I'm looking forward to because I haven't gone to any of those lectures for that unit yet, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. And it's about like questioning the classification of heritage and the importance of it in our society today, and like what buildings deserve to be in heritage. That's what the description made it out to be, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I have an Italian class, which I'm doing online from the University of Bath, so that's good because I can continue with the same textbook that I was using before for beginners, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's my plan for today. Also, I'm going to go afterwards and pick up a Too Good To Go bag. Basically what this is that there's this app, I've seen it advertised when I was in the metro going to uni, so I downloaded it. It's called Too Good To Go, and it's to reduce food waste. That when bakeries, cafes, restaurants, supermarkets have food that's past its best and they don't really want to sell anymore, not past its best, but like getting close to the deadline when it's supposed to be sold by, all that just isn't that fresh anymore, and they would otherwise throw away, they sell it at a really reduced price. So I'm going to go to Paul's Bakery later today to pick up a bag that's got stuff inside that's worth like 12 euros, but it was only 3 euros, so it's like a quarter of the price, which is really good. And it's the first time that I'm trying it out, so I don't know how it's going to be, if I'm going to like it, but I thought it's worth giving it a go because A, it's a good way to save money living in Paris, which is a very expensive city, and B, because obviously it's good for the environment. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to be and what I'll get inside the goodie bag, because you don't know what you're going to get when you order it, it's a surprise. But I'll share with you what I do get inside. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing after my lectures today. It's colder now. Time for jeans and coats, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm enjoying dressing for autumn. That's one thing I do like about autumn. So I'm back from picking up my goodies from Paul's Bakery, and I'm actually very happy because, like I said, I only paid €3.99 for everything, and what they gave me was 2 baguettes like this, which have some sort of salami and cornichons inside, so like little pickles. You can see it here more so sticking out. And they're in really good quality, like high quality French baguettes, and individually these sandwiches would have cost a lot more than I paid altogether for everything, so it's a really good bargain. And since I have a full day at uni tomorrow, I can take one with me for my lunch. It's perfect. And then they also gave me a little dessert. If I can get it out without making a big mess, that would be good. It's got to get squashed in my bag. But it's like this, it's like a chocolate eclair with chocolate cream inside. And like I said, it's a really good quality bakery, this one, so I got all of that for $3.99, and I think that's a really good bargain. And I thought that when I got there they'd give me some sort of bag from the back, so old food that's not on display anymore, but they literally took things off of the counter, which is weird because I thought it was supposed to be too good to go, so it's as if they're about to throw it out, but it was stuff from the counter, so it must have been fresh. But yeah, it's definitely something you should check out if you haven't heard of it already, because I think it's a really good idea to help the environment, save waste, and also save money as a student. So yeah, I'm happy with it. It's my first time trying out the app, and it all went really smoothly, so I'll probably be using it more, because I know there's even restaurants around here, like sushi places or IKEA. IKEA food is obviously great, and then Italian restaurants, salad places, all sorts of places, so it's worth it. Maybe not something to do if you're a fussy eater because you haven't got a choice in what you get. I am not fussy at all, I eat everything, so this works perfectly for me. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Hello, it's been a few days since I last filmed. It is now the weekend, it's Saturday. I've just been super busy with work from uni, so I haven't filmed, but today I'm going to go to the Musée de Montmartre, and I'm really excited because it's one that's been on my list, and before I start building up with all the work that I have to do, I thought I'll still take advantage of the alright autumn weather. We have some sunshine, even though it's a lot colder now. And yeah, I'll go and have a look around and show you as I explore. I'm really looking forward to it and doing something because it's been a busy week, so I just need something for myself to do just to enjoy it a bit. And yeah, I still want to take advantage of living in Paris. There's so much to see and do, and you know, I'm only here for 6 months, so I really want to take advantage of being here. One thing that I quickly want to show you before I leave is that the other day when I went to do my food shop, in the vegetable section, they had lots and lots of pumpkins. I got this one, which is really cute. It's white with like green speckled bits on it. And then I got this one, which is a lovely duck egg colour. I really love it. It's one of my favourite colours. And then this cute orange one. So now my apartment is a bit more autumnal. I love decorating for the seasons because it just gets me really excited for the next season to come. Otherwise, I would spend the whole year missing summer. So that way at least I have something to cheer me up a bit. And I also have 2 more, which I've put here. 2 little munchkin pumpkins. And speaking of autumn, another thing that I'd like to show you is something I've been doing in my free time recently, which is becoming less and less free time as the term kicks in. But what I like to do in the evenings is put on some classical music and sit and paint with watercolours. It's one of my hobbies, and I like to do seasonal things as well. So I'll show you an autumn page I've been doing recently. Here you can see the autumn page I've been putting together. It's just got, you know, some little autumnal images. I'm not saying that I'm the best artist or anything. It's just something that I do for fun. It makes me happy, it calms me. And I've got some blackberries, pumpkins, mushrooms, leaves, etc. And yeah, it just, I really enjoy it. It's something I really like to do. And it's something that's nice. I don't know, I like to not just watch TV or sit on my phone. I like to do things that are a bit more creative as well. It calms me, and I feel like it's better for you as well, a bit more enriching to do something a bit more artistic rather than just, yeah, watching TV or sitting on my phone for hours. And here are some examples of previous pages that I've put together. So this one is obviously more of a spring one. It's got bees and dandelions and bluebells, and it's yeah, a bit different. And then another one that I've done is this one, which was also at springtime, as you can see, and it's got little lambs and eggs and primroses, etc. And yeah, it's just something that I love to do. It relaxes me. And I feel like it's really good for your mental health as well to be doing any sort of creative activity, because maybe you might be someone who doesn't necessarily like painting with watercolours, but anything, it doesn't need to be the best masterpiece in the world. Like, you know, mine are pretty basic watercolours, but just even getting books, you know, the colouring in books and things like that, or just getting paints and just randomly creating some abstract piece, I think it's so good for you. Well, for me anyway, I find that just doing something that's physically creating something and that is away from technology is just really beneficial for my mental health when I'm stressed or anxious. So it's definitely something you should try out if you haven't tried that way of releasing stress before. So yeah, I've been doing more autumnal ones recently because that just reflects what I'm looking forward to, what I'm enjoying seeing around me at the moment. And yeah, that's, in case you're interested, what I've been doing in my free time. At the moment it's that awkward in-between season where it's like you're always too hot or too cold, so I've got a skirt with a long sleeve top and I've just paired that with a trench coat and a checkered scarf because I feel like that's quite autumnal, but then whatever the weather is you can kind of like take off or put back on layers, and I think it's alright, so hopefully I'll be in alright temperature today. On the way up to Montmartre, I passed this beautiful shop called La Boutique des Anges, just at the bottom of the stairs leading to the Sacré-Cœur. I was drawn to the magnificent display in the window and simply had to go inside to look around. I must say, this Baroque-style boutique is a hidden gem of a shop in Paris. It is the first store entirely devoted to angels and archangels, and opened in 1996. There is a wide range of angel-themed products, including jewellery, postcards, images, lamps, figurines, statuettes, mirrors, scents, card games, not to mention books to learn everything about the archangels Gabriel, Michael and Raphael, the angel protectors. What stood out to me the most was the fact that all of the figurines and statuettes are handmade in the shop. They are cast in the workshop and then painted, patinated and polished. And in fact, when I walked into the shop, the lady was in the process of applying gold paint to the latest batch of angel statues. The shop is truly magical and makes the perfect place to pick up a gift for a loved one or a souvenir to remember your trip to Paris. Especially with Christmas approaching, I feel that this is the perfect shop to buy a unique and thoughtful present. In fact, I picked up a Christmas present for my sister here, but I won't show you because she'll watch this video and I want it to remain a surprise. I always find it so moving to walk in the footsteps of iconic artists, and at the Musée de Montmartre you can do just that. The museum was created in 1960 in one of the oldest buildings in the neighbourhood, the Maison du Bel Air, built in the 17th century. Surrounded by gardens, it was the source of inspiration for many artists such as Renoir, Bernard, Valadon and Utrillo. Not only did they paint there, but several artists, including Renoir, have lived there. In fact, the gardens have been restored according to Renoir's paintings, which makes for a fascinating walk as you can see the references for some of the masterpieces that we all know so well. Beside the museum is the vineyard of Clos Montmartre, a piece of land in the heart of the neighbourhood and belonging to the city of Paris. The Montmartre vineyard was founded in 1933 thanks to the remarkable project of a handful of men of goodwill who were active in local associations and originally wanted to save the land from urbanisation, a project to which the town hall lent its support. All in all, today up to 1,000 bottles of Clos Montmartre are produced each year. They're auctioned during the annual Harvest Festival, and the profits made are put towards funding projects in the 18th arrondissement. People often joke that it's the most expensive, poor quality wine to be found anywhere in Paris. Inside the museum are displayed a unique collection of paintings, posters and drawings that enable visitors to relive the history of Montmartre, the thriving artistic community, the atmosphere of its famous cabarets and its iconic café culture. One example of a popular cabaret in the area is the Lapin Agile, meaning nimble rabbit, which became a favourite spot for struggling artists and writers, including Picasso, Modigliani, Apollinaire and Utrillo. It is located in the centre of the Montmartre district, and since this was the heart of the artistic Paris at the turn of the 20th century, there was much discussion at the cabaret about the meaning of art. Additionally, there is one room dedicated to the French can-can, and another stages the Shadow Theatre, this dreamlike setting that has made the reputation of the Chat Noir or Black Cat cabaret. During the 19th century, the landscape of Montmartre began to change, and it was attached to Paris in 1860. Artists settled there from 1870, and cafes and cabarets multiplied in the 1880s. Montmartre, in the eyes of all, is the effervescence and the energy of creation, and that's what I love so much about it. Even today, walking around the neighbourhood, you'll see artists lining the streets, doing portraits of tourists and selling paintings inspired by Paris. It has an atmosphere unlike any I have ever experienced before, and I love that the creative spirit lingers to this day. It was a joy to see signs of autumn creeping into the city. Despite being in the heart of the hustle and bustle of Paris, the museum gardens offer peace, tranquility, and a moment to reconnect with nature, which is something I greatly miss as someone who feels most at home in the countryside. The mosaic of rusty orange and fiery crimson leaves brought to mind a quote by Vincent van Gogh, a figure rather fitting for the artistic location. "As long as autumn lasts, I shall not have hands, canvas, and colours enough to paint the beautiful things I see." So I'm back from the Musée de Montmartre, and I really loved it. It was such an amazing museum. It's hidden in one of the cobbled streets on the back of Montmartre, and it's got beautiful gardens at the back with a vineyard, and they grow grapes which they use to produce their own wine, which they sell at the museum as well, which I thought was really cool. And it's a really lovely garden because it's got lots of really developed trees, and they have little images referencing paintings that are based on that viewpoint at different locations around the garden. And it's small, but it just feels really peaceful, and it's a nice time of year to be there because all the leaves were turning orange and red, and it was just really nice weather as well, so it was really pleasant. And the museum itself is really interesting. It's a good size, and it had information about the history of Montmartre with really old pictures of it comparing before and now, and it had areas about the cabarets and the can and the cafe culture there, and with little recreations of old style cafes and bars, which was really cool. And also obviously the history of the artists, because the museum is the former residence of Renoir amongst other artists, and they had an atelier there to show with canvases, and it was just really beautiful basically, and really interesting, something a bit different. I haven't been to any museums quite like it before yet here in Paris, so I really recommend it if you're going to Montmartre. And also, you probably saw the footage that I took in the shop with all the angel things. What's it called? La Boutique des Anges. I have the bag here, and honestly, that shop is a little gem. It's so sweet because it's got such beautiful items in it, and everything is handmade. And there's a lady in there, and when I went in, she was painting by hand with a little paintbrush one of those little angels. The statues are all made by hand herself, and then she paints them herself, and there's really cool things for sale there. And it's a really good place to go if you're looking for gifts, and also seasonal things, because they had, I know it's October, but they already started to have Christmas decorations and really beautiful postcards and things like that. Lots of really cool things. So if you're looking for a gift in Paris, it's definitely a shop to go to. I did get some gifts there, and I'm not going to show them in case the people who will be receiving them will see the video because it's a surprise, but they were packaged really beautifully. So this is one thing that I have, and then the other thing is put in this little bag, which is really cute as well, and it's got the little angel on it. So it's called La Boutique des Anges, and there's also a website as well. I don't know if you can see it on the card, so you can go and check it out because it's really good. And I also received a little postcard with the other stuff. So yeah, it's a really beautiful shop and something to check out if you're going to Montmartre. So I hope you enjoyed my video. It's a bit mixed with all sorts of different things in it, but I shared, some different parts of Paris, and if you liked it, then please subscribe to my channel to join me on more adventures around Paris, and I will see you next time. Bye!